Hello, welcome to my mid-month wrap-up. If you're wondering what it feels like when you have recorded a video and realized that your face was blocking the whole thing that you thought you were showing people, and then you fixed that, and then you continued on with the video a second time, and then you realized that you never even hit record, I don't know what to equate it to, but the level of frustration that I'm feeling right now with myself and with this computer is just beyond imagining. So let's look at the books I have read so far this month. Okay, I've read 12 books. Technically, I read 6 that were actually novels, 1 play, and 5 novellas. So we're going to get over there when we get to the stats and look at those. However, I have 3 books that I'm currently reading. A Discovery of Witches, which I'm reading on Spotify because my hold at the library was so long that, I'm still on hold at the library just in case it comes in, but it said several months before A Discovery of Witches was available. So I started listening to it on Spotify. I know that there is a limit to how much you can listen to on Spotify. I just didn't know I was going to reach it so quickly. So now I'm upset and I can't read anything else till like almost the end of November on Spotify. And I am still on hold on Libby. So I refuse to use a credit or pay for this when I can get it 2 different ways for free. I just have to be a little bit patient. So I'm just going to be a little bit patient. I'm also reading The Broken Eye, which is part of The Broken Eye and The Viper both I'm reading currently. That's why they're not bold. If you're looking over here to the side, any of these titles that are bold print, I finished. The others, I'm still reading. Anyway, Broken Eye and Viper are both part of my 50 Before 50. The Broken Eye is a very high fantasy book series, part of a series. I think it's book 3 in the series. And so I need to be focused on that. So when it's getting to be bedtime or when I'm really tired, I just want to turn on something that I know. And so I turn on the Viper because it takes place in a world that I know. It's the Black Dagger Brotherhood from J.R. Ward. I know this world. So it's easy for me to be like, oh, let me jump in here. It's a good romance always. And so it's kind of like my backup one that I'm reading right now. So I'm reading technically 3 books, but really I read The Broken Eye during the day and I read The Viper at night or when I'm tired or when I've just gotten really angry at my computer. That's what I'm going to do next. Anyway, let's go over and look at the stats. Okay. 8 of my books were romance. 2 were fantasy and 2 were historical fiction, and then 1 both literary and 1 classic. That's it. Over here in the publication year, I did get to have a book that was published in 1605, which I thought was fantastic. I had 12 books. Like we said, they all fell into the adult category. 6 novels, 5 novellas, and 1 play. 9 of them were audiobooks with 2 ebooks and 1 hardcover book. That was King Lear. 4 of them were standalones, 7 in-progress books, and 1 completed series. And that is actually, I started and completed a series at the same time. That was the 5 novella series. I do have 4 new-to-me authors and 3 authors I've read from before. I have 6 novels, 5 novellas. I just read that again up here at the top. I don't know why it's on there twice. Then we have the maps, and the U.S. map, I read just the United States and England. And like 4 of the books are just set in a different world, not even on Earth. So I hate that. Well, they're set on Earth, but they're set in fictitious worlds. One of them's not set on Earth at all. But anyway, I hate that kind of skews my map because I am reading books that aren't set in the United States, but they're set in outer space. Anyway, that's fine. And my states, I got Washington and Illinois and Virginia, and that might be the first time for those states. But I also have Pennsylvania, Texas, and New York, and I know Texas and New York have quite a few books set there. So that is everywhere that my books were set this time. Let's go look at the ratings. No 5 stars this time. The lowest rating was a 3 that I gave to a romance called Heartbeats. And the highest was a 4.5 that I gave to both Moonglow and Jade War. Jade War was 587 pages, so I am reading longer books. That's also The Broken Eye is very long that I'm reading right now. So I am reading longer books, which is what's taking me a long time. And so I'm really happy with how it's going. I'm not going to stop and speed up the books to try to finish them because I'm not competing against anybody in the month of November. I'm just enjoying myself. So I think that's everything for the wrap up. Everything else was mostly 4s and 3.5s. I gave King Lear a 3.5. I don't know what Shakespeare thought he was accomplishing with it, but it is so not nuanced. Like, it is so in your face. Here is what I'm trying to tell you, and here it is, like on a platter for you to ingest. And maybe that's just how they wrote things in the 1600s. They were like, I don't have time for nonsense and floweriness. Here is straight to the point. This man did this thing because of this. Like, no ulterior motives happening here. We are just straight up saying what happened. Anyway, I really liked Dunbar. That also, like, was a retelling of King Lear. And I like the way he did the nuance in that and kind of was like, this guy, I mean, we know why he's doing these things, especially because he's based on King Lear. But there were other things that was happening in there. So I really liked it. I appreciated it. I liked a lot of the stuff that I read this time. So that is going to do it. I am done filming this video for the 3rd time. I'm sorry that it's short, but I don't want to listen to myself talk any more than I already have. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.